something to make you not like me. You might catch feelings and you might want to fight me, but I don't really care, I'm gonna say it anyway. Why most dramatic guys seem soft and gay? I'm not saying all, but a large amount. Have you ever heard the words that come out of their mouth? Yeah, they cuss like a sailor, but they follow my eye. They carry folks and wearing makeup and thinking it's hot. I think they need to stop. This is a new era. I wonder if the brothers of a war mascara. That probably was the death mask misunderstood. Don't let the D-boys get them up in the hood. Why NOI? Stop patrolling the block. We get shot by the cops and we calling the cops. Come on, y'all was on another level. The black man was God, the white man the devil, and the white man, or better yet, the European and the Mars and the beam by the soul by Koreans. I'm talking what I'm saying. I'm just a reporter. How you call a woman to be, and you got a daughter. Talking about the Hebrews, the demonized women, and choose Esau over brothers and Kennedy. Probably timid, soft, and scared to fight, yelling and wearing spikes, trying to fake me out right. But you can't fool me, cause you make a little noise. And deep inside, y'all some scared little boys. Really wanna ride, let's take it to the beast. Give me rage for people killed by like these. Yeah, right. Y'all ain't busting the break. It appears that you fear that you in love with hate. Correct me if I'm wrong, we all don't get along. European psychology got us all wrong. You think we divided because I wear flares and she wear a pump?
Pertaining to what? Pertaining to Moroccans. So in the terms of no duality, Moorish American meant American citizens by way of Moorish ancestry. American citizens by way of Moorish ancestry. Now, if people are citizens of political communities called nations and cannot be citizens based on land, then you can't say that they're American citizens, first of all. Because American citizens implies America, which is land. Citizens by way of Moorish ancestry is because we are descendants of Moroccans, born in America, not born in North America or South America or Central America or the adjoining islands, born in America. Descendants of Moroccans born in America, so we're Moroccans. Moorish American was a term for dumbass people. 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 Moorish American was a term for dumbass people who were caught in Christianity in the 1920s. But we're Moroccans. That's why our flag is a Moroccan flag. The red flag, a 5-point green star, is a Moroccan flag. If we say Moorish, that means pertaining to something. Pertaining to what? Pertaining to Moroccans. Now,
They just slow-mo. Down no mo. They just slow-mo. Down no mo. They just slow-mo. Down no mo. Hey! They just slow-mo. Come on! They just slow-mo. See, I be coming at these wars. It's very simple. What? I be coming at these wars. What? Because I don't consider these functional Moorish American Muslims. I got him! Let's go! Some lanes from across the border. You and your daughter. Come on! I mean your little followers. You all out of order. I ain't taking nada. Nothing from you crooks. Kudjo charged severe. I got them all shook. I wish Kudjo would step up to get his rep up and get hit up from the neck up. You gon' respect us. An elder once told me, meet the people where they at, and you lower than the world, so you know you meet the tech. And keep it simple, more. I'm a temple more. Either you wanna talk knowledge or you wanna go to war. Kudjo, I will drag you by your dreads till you beg. Oh, Houston, we got a problem. All right, we're gonna fix it though. Let's fix it. We got a problem, Houston. We got him. Let's see if we can fix this problem real quick. Uh-oh. I think we got a problem, Houston. Houston, we got a problem. Give me 1 second. Let me try it again. Try it again. Hold on. Hold on, Houston. I think we got a problem. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. We're going to get it right. Hold tight. There we go. We got it right. Huh? I'm going to break it down for y'all in 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me get a bottle of water. And I'm going to get a bottle of water. And then we're going to break this down.
I don't consider these functional Moorish American Muslims. As it relates to the teachings of the Holy Prophet Adwo, the founder of the Moorish Guide.
Y'all some lanes from across the border. You and your daughters. I mean, your little. Let's play this back one time. Hold up. Y'all need to hear this. Y'all need to hear this. Let's play this back. Let's play this back. Let's play it back real quick.
So in the terms of individuality, Moorish American meant American citizens by way of Moorish ancestry. American citizens by way of Moorish ancestry. Now, if people are citizens of political communities called nations and cannot be citizens based on land, then you can't say that they're American citizens, first of all. Because American citizen implies America, which is land. Citizens by way of Moorish ancestry is because we are descendants of Moroccans, born in America, not born in North America or South America or Central America or the adjoining islands, born in America. Descendants of Moroccans born in America. So we're Moroccans. Moorish American was a term for dumbass people. 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 Moorish American was a term for dumbass people who were caught in Christianity in the 1920s. But we're Moroccans. That's why our flag is a Moroccan flag. The red flag with 5-point green star is a Moroccan flag. If we say Moorish, that means pertaining to something. Pertaining to what? Pertaining to Moroccan. No.
So family, there you have it. It's time to start the show. We got somebody that said they from Morocco. Well, we're going to teach nationality today. All right? We're going to teach nationality today. All right? So give me 1 second. Let's teach some nationality. Let's teach people how you proclaim your nationality and respects to the Moorish Temple of America and the doctrine of Prophet Adwo. We're going to keep it simple because it's not that hard. You know what I mean? So it's only right that I play this song one more time as we get busy. All right, let's get busy. Down low mo. They just slow mo. Down low mo. They just slow mo. Down low mo. Get myself right. They just slow mo. Down low mo. They just slow mo. They just slow mo.
See, I be coming at these Moors, and it's very simple. Why I be coming at these Moors? Because I don't consider these functional Moorish American Muslims. As it relates to the teachings of the Holy Prophet Adwo, the founder of the Moorish Guide Articles Here.
Got some lanes from across the border. You and your daughters. I mean your little followers. You all out of order. I ain't taking nada, nothing from you crooks.
Let me get right. Y'all ready?
I got them all shook. I wish
y'all ready?
Step up.
We gonna get right. Thank you, family.
You go respect us. An elder once told me meet the people where they at, and you lower than the worm, so you know you meet the tech. Let's keep it simple, more. I'm a temple more. Either you wanna talk knowledge or you wanna go to war. Kudjo, I will drag you by your dreads till you beg. Detach your arm, leg, arm, head. Boy, you don't want these problems. I know the low well. The policy enforcers be the same ones you go tell. The clone call them low lanes. Get on YouTube, let them low games up tough. Like you bought that, and I'ma forget how far I came. I never forgot my aim. I never forgot my ammo. I pray to Allah, but I still tie my camel. I'm playing, man. Let's go. Matter of fact, forget it, boy.
Okay, here we go. So, family, y'all waited long enough. Let's get busy.
They just slow-mo.
Let's get busy. Y'all waited long enough. I think y'all waited long enough. Come in. Let's go.
They slow-mo. They gonna learn today.
But they gonna learn today. But they go, hey, help me share it, family. We're gonna talk about it.
So now what you gotta say, huh? I broke the rules because I'm a sheik and a Muslim and
let's get busy.
Tools. Boy, you know the lessons. The things I took a pride in mine are reclined.
Y'all heard enough. Y'all heard enough. Y'all heard enough. Welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. I'm your Grand Sheik. I'm the people's Grand Sheik. You tell your Grand Sheik that you have been learning from the people's Grand Sheik. Go get your Grand Sheik a little bit mad, or get your little Grand Sheik in support of the people's Grand Sheik. It's Storm Trotman, man. Look, tell your Grand Sheik that you have been tuning into the people's Grand Sheik. And the people's Grand Sheik that taught you something, and you need answers. I'm just playing. I love all Moorish Americans. I love all Asiatics. I love all my people, regardless of what they call themselves, black, blue, purple, whatever. It don't make no difference. Whatever you want to call yourself, enjoy yourself. But I'm a Moorish American. And first and foremost, I rise, I give praise to the great God of the universe, Allah. I give honor to his prophet, the noble prophet, Prophet Noble Durali. I give honor to the forerunner of the prophet, Brother Marcus Garvey, and the first only appointed as Supreme Grand Sheik of all Moorish American, Edward Merely Ill. And I give honor to the channel. That's right. I give honor to the channel. Moorish World TV, where we give a Moorish point of view and perspective to the topic of identity, and we're gonna do it with some entertainment. So first we got Marquita 27 Thomas says, what's the difference between Muslim and Muslim? In fact, there is no difference. During the early 19th century and before, the term was always used as Muslim. All right? During moving towards into the 40s and 50s and 60s, the term Muslim began to evolve into the term Muslim due to word sound. Thanks to my brother serving and collecting for $9.99. We're gonna get some. I think I need a new mop stick that I'm gonna use for my, my roller brush. So, Muslim and Muslim were the same term in the early 19th century and before. But during the 40s and the 50s, because of the word sound, Muslim people, more Muslims begin to come from the East, and there it goes. People begin to use the term Muslim more frequently than Muslim. However, I am glad that the Muslim used the term Muslim and the Moorish American used the term Muslim, because Muslim actually give us a designation that actually shows us relative to what you relate to. In other words, when you hear the term Muslim, you actually, you know what I mean? You actually know that it relates to a Moorish American, because the Moorish American still uses the term Muslim. And I'm not going to stop using it, because some of this fabrication and lies I don't even want to be associated with. Don't even try to associate me with this crazy cultural Islam and calling me a Muslim. Nope. Call me a Muslim and I'm sticking to it. Now, that's what it is. But what's the Circle 7 blue and red about? Thank you for your question, Marquita. When you look at the Circle 7, the Holy Quran, it's not a Circle 7, but we affectionately call it the Circle 7. It's called the Holy Quran. The Holy Quran, I got to get into the show in a minute. You got to join Noble Temples. We got Noble Temples in here. We got Noble Temples members in here. Somebody put the email in here so Marquita 27 Thomas can come on in and get all these questions answered in our study class. But I'll say this. When you look at the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, you look at the red, white, and blue. When you look at the American flag, you look at the red, white, and blue. You know what I mean? You look at the red, white, and blue. So what the European has done with our red, white, and blue, what happened is the red, white, and blue represent Lower Egypt, Upper Egypt, as well as the White Nile, or Lower Egypt, the Armed Guard, and the White Nile. The red, white, and blue, those colors comes out of ancient Egypt. It's a mystical, esoteric meaning and vibration with the red, white, and blue. This is why you will see Canada using red, because there's a vibration with red. This is why you will see Great Britain use red, white, and blue, because there's a vibration with red, white, and blue. They steal our thunder, if you will, by tapping into the frequencies in which we use. And this is why you also will see places like Turkey, any places that have a dominant rule, the Ottoman Empire. What did they use? They use red. You follow me? They use red. And so all of these colors are used to tap into a vibration. Once we understand that, we will understand that this flag, the red, white, and blue flag, is a vibration that was taken from us, that was used by us. Let me give you an example. Christmas, for example, Christmas fall on the winter equinox, or rather, the winter solstice. There's a vibration in that era of time. And so what the European does is he taps into that vibration and utilizes that vibration to advance himself. So what he does is he takes a high vibration, he turns it inside out, and he uses it for his earthly salvation. Earthly salvation relates to money, finance, homes, car, materialistic things. So during Christmas, everybody goes shopping. What he did was he reversed the vibration and he utilized it to enslave people, because people will be still riding on the vibration. So vibration, colors, numbers, words, it's all vibrations. You follow me? It's all vibration. So lift every voice. If you don't understand color vibration, then you don't understand why McDonald's sign is yellow and red. Nor would you understand why Burger King sign is primarily yellow and red. Nor would you understand why Wendy's sign is yellow and red. This is by design. But if you don't understand color vibrations, then you will not understand why you are in the condition that you're in. But you have tuned into the right station. You have tuned into the. I see my brother talk about the concealer of the truth, but you have turned into the revealer of the truth. Moorish World TV. And I'm your grand sheik. Brother Tahaka Bay. Well, family, we got a show tonight. Yes. So let me tell you how it all started. What does this have to do with the topic? The same thing that you have to do with here on the show, antagonizing. Now, either you're going to learn today or I'm going to get you out of the way. So if you're here to learn, come on and learn. But if you're here to antagonize, I'm going to say goodbye. Honor to my brother David Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum. Honor to the Moors in the building. You're going to have to learn today. You're going to have to learn today, family. I want everybody in here to share this because I'm going to teach you a very valuable lesson about nationality today. Yes, family. I'm very loud. Yes. You know what I mean? I'm very loud. You know what I mean? But I'm going to calm it down for a minute. Now, let's talk about nationality. Most people that join the Moorish Science Temple of America, I've come to understand that a mass majority of them do not know the full scope of nationality. The small percentage that do understand the full spectrum of nationality will have a hard time teaching it to random people. In other words, in order to understand nationality, you will have to be in a setting that is predicated upon nationality as well as divine creed. The father of organizing and teaching nationality in a group setting is Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And so in order to understand nationality from the Moorish perspective, which is a universal perspective, you must be in tune with the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. In other words, you have better had came in contact with some elders who have studied from some elders that had learned from the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Or you had better have come in contact with some elders that have studied with the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Or you would have better have studied the records of Prophet Noble Drew Ali in conjunction with being in contact with some elders who had been in contact with Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Now, the elders that was in contact with Prophet Noble Drew Ali, they might give you a piece of what it is to understand nationality. But in understanding nationality in its true sense, you would have to be able to live nationality to understand the power of nationality. First of all, nationality is a collective effort. Nationality is not represented by an individual. So in other words, when people walk around listening to Taj Tariq Bey, and Taj Tariq say, you know, ask him about a right of authority delegation of authority or right to travel. And you are left on your own to challenge the police on some dark road, or you listening to Jamal from Rise of the Moors, and you are left alone to challenge the authority of a hillbilly police on some type dark road. That is not nationality in practice. What that is, that's a maniac fool challenging authority and about to get his brains blown out. And you say, well, nah, you sound soft, you sound scared. Man, I sound practical. Now, how nationality works, nationality, you move as a collective. You follow me? It takes a collective, you know what I mean? Here we go. Let me get this brother out of here real quick. Let me get him up out of here. Bam, gotta go. So understanding nationality, I want everybody to say and show who they are so I can get them up out of here. So understanding nationality, you must move as one. You follow me? In order to get relief from any situation, especially oppression, you don't move as one person, you move as one group. And that's how nationality works. And so today, the topic of discussion is Canaanland Moors, Kudjo, Adwo, L. And the reason why I picked Kudjo, Adwo, L, because recently last week, he had some things to say on IG as it relates to myself. So instead of going with a low blow, I say, let me use this opportunity to teach nationality. In fact, Kudjo Adwo L called me the devil. For what reason, I don't know, but that's good. I'm glad you came out of hiding and put my name in your mouth. Now I can move on using you as an example to teach something. In other words, let me move as an example with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you are easy to use as an ATM. And I ain't talking about automatic teller machine. I'm talking about another teachable moment. So Kudjo, today you are the ATM. You are another teachable moment. And now I'm going to tell you that you are not a Moorish American. You are not a Moorish American. And I'm going to show those around the world who's watching this how to proclaim their nationality. No matter where you're at in the world, you can proclaim your nationality under the ideal of the Moorish Science Temple. So, Kudjo, you are the ATL tonight. And you know what I'm saying? Automatic teller machine, another teachable moment. I'm creative, ain't I? Pat on the back, pat on the back, pat on the back. Anyway, I'm a little goofy too, family. You work with me. So, family, we're going to get right into it, family, because I want y'all to learn. Everything I do, I may laugh, I may joke, and I may have a good time while I'm doing it. But in fact, I really want y'all to learn nationality, you know? And so this is another episode of the Moorish World TV program, How to Proclaim Your Nationality in Canada and any country, any other country. Kudjo Adwo, you are not a Moorish American, and this is a fact. First of all, Kudjo, number one, you're not in Canaan land. Canada is Canada. Canaan land is in the east. But if you say in the east, so in the west, we'll let you have that. You can be Canaan land if you want to. But one thing that you're not is, I'm going to show you why. One thing that you're not and you'll never be is a sheik. Not of the Moorish Science Temple of America. You can call yourself Moorish Science Temple of America, but you are not a sheik. Now, what this is now Moorish World News, Morocco World News. You can come on the show if you want, but if you're here to antagonize, I'm going to get you out of here. I'll see you. But now, you are not a sheik. First of all, let's describe what's a sheik. A sheik or adept of the Moorish Science Temple of America is one who had went through the training as well as the chamber of the Moorish Science Temple of America and has been qualified by an official of the Moorish Science Temple of America who have already obtained the degrees of a grand on their name. But that's another story. That's another story. Now, when we're talking about nationality, we're talking about a designation. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about a designation. Marquita, hold that comment for a minute. We're talking about a designation of identity, basically. And I'm going to say it in basic terms. I'm not using big words, big terminologies where all these great Moors know. No, that's not my style. We're going to use basic terms. Now, here we go. Let's look at the video first and foremost, and let's critique this video, what Kudjo likes to say as it relates to him being as it relates to him being a Moorish American. Here we go. Here we go. 1 second. I'm about to pull it up real quick. Bam, bam, bam. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so first, let me pull up the first video, and I want to share this with you. And I want you to listen to it close. Here we go, right here.
So in the terms of originality, Moorish American meant American citizens by way of Moorish ancestry. American citizens by way of Moorish ancestry. Now, if people are citizens of political communities called nations and cannot be citizens based on land, then you can't say that they're American citizens.
This fool said you cannot be citizen based on land. When in fact, I'm going to break it down, that in fact, in most instances, it's all inclusive. Land, political construct, and connection to all the above. But let me let him finish.
First of all, because American citizen implies America, which is land. Citizens by way of Moorish ancestry is because we are descendants of Moroccans.
He said he's a citizen of America because he's descendant of Moroccans. How does that make sense? He's a citizen of America because he descended of Moroccans. Check it out.
Born in America,
And
not born in North America or South America or Central America or the adjoining islands. Born in America.
He's trying to make North America, South America, Central America all inclusive of being America. Check him out.
Descendants of Moroccans born in America. So we're Moroccans.
He says that we are Moroccans. Now, anybody that have studied the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali know that he's emphatically wrong. But he got people listening to him. And this is why we need to utilize what he says as a teaching moment, because he has people listening to him and they believe him. They think he's a grand sheik. But listen.
Moorish American is term for dumbass people. Moorish American is term for dumbass.
He says that Moorish American is the term for dumb A people, right? When in fact, in our book where we study, Prophet Noble Drew Ali asked the question, and it comes with an answer in the Moorish questionnaire. What is his nationality? Moorish American. His nationality is relative to Prophet Noble Drew Ali nationality. So in other words, it would say, what is Prophet Noble Drew Ali's nationality? Moorish American. What is your nationality? Moorish American. His relates to Prophet Noble Drew Ali's nationality. But now listen what he says.
Born in America. So we're Moroccans. Moorish American is term for dumbass people. Moorish American is term for dumbass people. Moorish American is term for dumbass people.
Y'all hear that? Moorish American is the term for dumb A people. He's referring to Prophet Noble Drew Ali and anybody who refers to themselves as a Moorish American. But hold up, let's finish it.
Moorish American is term for dumbass people. Moorish American is term for dumbass people who were caught in Christianity in the 1920s.
So what he's saying is that Prophet Noble Drew Ali was caught into Christianity in the 1920s. I'm not chopping and screwing this. I only took a piece of the video. I only took a piece of the video and just clipped it. Now, you can go back and look at the video. It's on Canaan Land Moors 2. They got 2 channels. Listen to it. He said, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, listen.
Adjoining islands, born in America. Descendants of Moroccans, born in America. So we're Moroccans. Moorish American is term for dumbass people. 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 Moorish American is term for dumbass people who were caught in Christianity in the 1920s. But we're Moroccan. That's why our flag is a Moroccan flag. Red flag is 5
Now he says our flag is a Moroccan flag. When in fact, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali has never referred to our flag as a Moroccan flag. Never. Not in the Moorish Guide, not in the questionnaire. It asks the question, what kind of flag is the Moorish? It is a red flag with a 5-pointed green star in the center. That's the question. What kind of flag is the Moorish? The Prophet Noble Drew Ali never, ever refers to our flag as the Moroccan flag. Nowhere in the doctrine.
Green star is a Moroccan flag.
Look at him.
If we say Moorish, that means pertaining to something. Pertaining to what? Pertaining to Moroccans. No.
So y'all hear it for yourself. But, however, I've had a conversation with the brother before, and he's tried to explain that he's Moorish American because he was born in North America. You know what I mean? He's Moorish American because he's born in North America. Now, let me break that down to you. In fact, he's wrong again. Now I'm going to break that down to you. There is no way. Now we're going to talk about nationality now. Let's go. Let's talk about nationality. I'm about to screen share this real quick. When he says, or anybody says, that there are a Moorish American, right? Two things that they're saying. First of all, they're descendants of Moroccans and born in America. Second, you're saying that you are a citizen of the USA, of America. But now, let's get into it. I hope y'all learning. Take some notes. Now, in order for this guy to make the claim that he's a Moorish American because he is born in what is North America would be insane. That'll be just like going back to the idea that you are an African American because you are descended from the continent of Africa. You follow me? So the concept that you can't be African American as a legal designation, as a legal identifier and designation is very simple. The reason why is because in Africa, we know that there's countries. All of these blocks represents countries. And anybody that comes from Europe, they're going to designate themselves one of these countries, whether it's France, whether it's Greece, et cetera, et cetera. Y'all know the drill. I ain't got to go all over it. I ain't got to keep going over it to you. You know the drill. So being African American would say that you represent every country, over 66 of them, which is impossible because that is not a national identity. That would be a continental identity, which doesn't even exist in this nation state reality that we live in. Now, with that being said, for him to say he's Moorish American because he was born on the continent of North America, that would imply that it's relative to Canada, the United States, and the likes, if you will. So hold up one second. So mostly he's trying to imply that Canada and the United States is one and the same. And I'm just paraphrasing. I'm trying to make it make sense. But now that would not make sense with nationality because nationality relates to a nation, which is exactly the root word. So what is the nation? The nation would be America, or the nation would be Canada. So you can't be identified as a nationality as it relates to continents. It just doesn't work like that in this nation state. Whether you say, oh, the European designed that, oh, black people did that years ago, oh, Africans did that, oh, Chinese people, whatever the case may be, the whole world identifies themselves in the reality of where you are and where your forefathers and foremothers descend from nationally. Nationally. All right? So when we say that we are Moorish American, we're saying that we are descended from the Maori people who actually established kingdoms all over the globe. That's number one. But our point of origin, it starts with the Maori people. You follow me? The Maori people. Now, let me get this guy out of here real quick. I'm glad you showed your face. I'm going to get him up out of here, then we're going to move on. Thank you so much, Moroccan Man News, World News. Have a good trip. Now, with that being said, we descended from the Maori people. The Moor word Moor comes from the term Maori, which is an indigenous term of North Africa. All right, give me 1 second. Let me get back to the screen share. It is an indigenous term, self-identifying term from North Africa. You follow me? Now, with that being said, let's get into it. When the Prophet Noble Drew Ali came teaching his people, he started in America. And this is why you will notice that him starting in America, he always referred to the people or his audience or those he's uplifting as Moorish Americans. That does not exclude, you follow me, our people around the globe. And we'll get into that later. That does not exclude our people around the globe. But initially, the Prophet came to Moorish Americans. So here it says, Prophet makes a call to list all Moorish Americans. He is referring to those who have joined the temple here in America. That's who he's referring to. And in this article, it says, owing to a recent change in the form of bookkeeping at the national headquarters, the Prophet asked that all temples send a complete list of their members and their financial standing. Now let's put it all together. If the Prophet Noble Drew Ali was talking about something outside of America, he wouldn't be saying temples because there were no temples outside of America. It says immediate response from all the temples will enable the entire movement to advance as rapidly as the Prophet Drew Ali has planned. And again, he's calling all Moorish Americans. In fact, in our law, it's called the Moorish Science Temple of America, the Divine Constitution and Bylaw. It's not referring to the continent. It's referring to those within the borders of the United States of America. No more, no less. But it does not exclude our brothers and sisters, and we'll get into that in a minute. Now, to the point where this brother think that he's in Canaan land. I don't know what type of weed he has smoked. I'm not sure. However, I'm going to assure him, I'm going to assure him that this article came out of the Moorish Guide during the time of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And he never referred to the land where you come from called Canaan land. He referred to it as it is. You follow me? He referred to it as it is. And he called them Canadians, prominent Canadians. Kudjo, you are a Canadian. For all intents and purposes, you are a Canadian. If the Prophet would have came to Canada, he would have called you a Canadian. That doesn't exclude your descent nature of being Moorish. But we see in this article right here that the prominent Canadians, I'm going to say it again, prominent Canadians. He didn't say Canaan land. He didn't say North Americans. He didn't say Americans in Canada. No, he called them prominent Canadians. I'm sorry, Kudjo. I apologize. You made me do it. You made, look at that smile. You happy. I'm happy. You happy. Look at Kudjo's smile. And Gummy Bear. Look at him gumming. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. This AI Grand Sheik act. I know. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Look at that smile. Just look at it real quick. All right. Here we go. I gotta laugh. Y'all need to have a sense of humor, man. For real. All right, here we go. So, in the Moorish Guide 1928, the prophet called them the Canadians, prominent Canadians. He said, Dr. Oscar and Madam Leona Brewington of Toronto, what? Canada. Not Canaan land, none of that. Of Canada. Attended the Elks Convention. The Brewington is a prominent in the Elkdom in Toronto, also in church and civics. So listen to me. He said these people who he's doing an article on, they are prominent in church and civics. He didn't say the Moorish Science Temple of America. He said prominent in church and civics. This is why I start telling people, this is why I like to tell people to make sure you understand how to work with our Christian brothers and sisters. We need to know how to work with our Christian brothers and sisters the way that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali did. You follow me? Because in this article, it teaches us that they were prominent in church and civics. What civic is the prophet talking about? Is he talking about some old laws that from 18 and the 1600s and asking for people delegation of authority? No, that is not what he's talking about. He's talking about political activism to further the agenda of the group of people without representation. That's what type of civics Prophet Noble Drew Ali refers to. Political activism that serve to lift the oppression of the people without representation. This is real civics. This ain't no Taj Tariq civics where we quote laws from the 1700s. No. I'm going to talk about it in a minute, babe. They remain for the joint convention of the national headdress. Now, I think it's enough with that, but let's get into it. Now, brothers like Kudjo, they should, if you are in Canada, you should be proud of your Canadian existence. You know what I mean? Now, when you're looking at Canada, you're looking at the wave of slavery in Canada in the 17th and the 18th century. All right? And so I pulled this off the internet, and yes, it got the term black in it. It's all right with me because I just want to make a point. And it says that there was a steady stream of migration of black people in Canada via Africa, Europe, and the Caribbean, and the United States since the 17th century. The first recorded quote-unquote black person to arrive in Canada was an African named Matthew de Costi, who arrived in 1608. Why isn't he teaching those people in Canada of African descent their ideal as it relates to their descent nature, how they arrived in Canada? Why is he stuck on talking about America politics, American experience, when there's a Canadian experience that is interwoven into the international experience of our people? It's beyond me, but I'm going to give you just a briefing of it. So most of the Asiatics, so-called black people, arrived in Canada in the 17th through the 18th century. After the American Revolution, the British gave passage to over 3,000 slaves and free, quote unquote, black people. You know what I mean? Quote unquote, free blacks who had remained loyal to the crown. In other words, they said that we are rolling with Great Britain. Win, lose, or draw, we are rolling with Great Britain. And so Canada gave 3,000 slaves and free Asiatics, so-called black people, passage to come across the borders. This is how so-called black people partially wound it up in Canada. But he's not teaching that. You follow me? He's not teaching that because he feels as though that he has to usurp that so he can attach himself to America. But you don't have to do that because you still are more, whether you like it or not. You still are more. You're just not a Moorish American. And we're going to talk about it. You are still a Moor, but you're just not a Moorish American. And we are going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Now, it says these quote unquote black loyalists joined the many. Man, hold on. I got my brother Sharif Bey in the building. Hey, brother Sharif, are you in the building, brother Sharif? Listen to me, brother Sharif. Brother Sharif, have I stepped the game up, brother Sharif? Brother, is you checking out my research, brother Sharif? Come on, man. Tell me what I'm doing, brother Sharif. How I'm doing here, brother Sharif. Brother Sharif, have I stepped my research game up, brother Sharif? Where you at, brother? Help me out, brother. Hey, brother Sharif is one of my role models when it comes to research and presentation. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, family. He's one of my role models. One thing about brother Sharif. Now, hey, brother Sharif, let me tell you this. I was scheming and skimming through the video of Kudjo, and he actually tried to twist your words as it relates to you giving a presentation about Moorish Mexicans, etc., etc. But anyway, here we go. That's right, Sharif. He's a Moorish Canadian. This brother be tripping. But anyway, we're going to get into, let me get back into it. So what he should be teaching is Moorish history and the arrival of Moors in Canada. And he should be proud of what they have become in the institution called Canadian politics, whatever that may be. Now, that is one way that we have our brothers and sisters and Moors in Canada. By the way of the 16th, 17th, 18th century, and the passage given to them by being loyal to the crown, and then what we have is the West Indian domestic scheme. And the West Indian domestic scheme was when people were coming from parts of places like Jamaica, the Bahamas, or any part of the West Indies, and they was being trained as domestic workers to enter into Canada. Now, we know that what's the brother named Kudjo has an accent kind of like he's from Jamaica. So he could be descended from the sisters who came in during the West Indian domestic scheme in Canada. They were caregivers trained in the Caribbean. Some were educated office workers. Some came from rural areas. Some came from the city. Some were single women when they left. Others already had family. Whatever the social, economic, or marital status, they all had big dreams and hopes of better life in Canada. And so, you know, even telling that history how our strong sisters migrated to Canada in order to create a better condition for their family. But this was called the West Indian domestic scheme, Kudjo. If you don't know, now you know, Kudjo. You know what I mean? You should be proud of your Canadian history. If you don't know, now you know, Kudjo. In 1910, the government of Canada implemented a new immigration act that barred immigrants into Canada from races deemed undesirable, and very few quote unquote black people entered Canada during the next few decades. In 1955, the West Indian domestic scheme permitted single women aged 18 to 35 in good health to work in Canada as domestics for 1 year before being granted immigrant status. Over 2,600 women were admitted under this scheme. In 1967, the government of Canada dropped the racially discriminatory immigration system, after which so-called black immigration rose dramatically. You follow me? So, this is something to be proud of. Although they came in as domestic workers, they came in with the intention of making sure that they would be able to take care of your hard head behind. It's just with things you need to speak on. We have a little different twist here in America. We have a slightly different twist. So why don't you speak on your descendants from Moroccans and born in Canada? Why? Maybe you don't know, but I'm telling you, this is a great history to teach your children in Canada. You are not Moorish American. You are a Moor, but you're not Moorish American. On August 28, 1833, slavery was abolished throughout the British colonies by an imperial act which became effective August 1st, 1834. The act formally freed nearly 800,000 slaves, but there were probably fewer than 50 slaves in British North America by that time. What is that? What am I saying? What am I saying? I'm saying that we had to wait until 1865. You was rolling out of those chains in 1833. So this is something that you should teach. This is something you should teach. So when we look at the when we look at the divine constitution and bylaws, and the divine constitution and bylaws says, with us, all members must proclaim that nationality, and we're teaching our people that nationality in their divine creed, that they may know that they are not part and partial of this said government, and know that they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians, because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted until 1865 during the time of slavery. This is not talking about you. You were in Canada, unless your people migrated from the United States. But the divine constitution and bylaws is for Moorish Americans. That is not pertaining to you. Huh? That's not pertaining to you. Slavery ended in Canada in 1833. August 1st, 1834, it was formally free. They formally was freed. So the divine constitution and bylaws does not pertain to you, Canadian brother. All right? Now, you are a Moor. You're just not a Moorish American. Therefore, man, I'm going too hard. Oh, let me stop, man. Let me stop, man. Am I going too hard, man? I need to let up on. I need to take a poll. Do I need to let up on them? Do I need to let up on them? Tell me I need to let up on. One, if I need to, one, don't stop, two, stop. One, don't stop, two, stop. Oh, we ain't there yet, Brother Sharif. We going there. We going there, Brother Sharif. Keep going. All right, we gonna keep it moving. So now, to my brother Sharif point. To my brother Sharif point, we're gonna get there in a minute. We right at it. Man, Sharif must can read my mind. That's why, I should have learned karate so we could double team people. But anyway, now, when we look at the slave trade, the Prophet Noble Ali asks the question, what is your nationality? What is his nationality? Moorish American, right? So with that being said is, when we look at the slave trade, we must recognize exactly what happened. Now, everybody, most people who have done any little research of any kind would have found this on the internet. And I just grabbed this one. I actually like this map. It really doesn't really show exactly everything that we need to see, but it shows enough. What happened is, we know that, as the prophet teaches us, that the slaves are descended from right here, right? And also, when the Europeans came here to the United States, we were already here. Many of us was already here due to the fact that this and this is pretty much one and the same. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much one and the same. And so when the slave trade took place, and this is the short version, somebody was dispensed in South America from the northwest, southwestern shores of Africa. Others were dispensed in North America from the northwest and southwestern shores of Africa. Others was dispensed in Canada from the northwest and southwestern shores of Africa. So our prophet teaches us in the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America that we are a global people. In chapter 47, verse 7, it teaches that the Moabites from the land of Moab, who received permission from the pharaohs of Egypt to settle in northwest Africa, they were the founders and the true possessors of the present Moroccan Empire, with their Canaanite, Hittite, Amorite brethren who sojourned from the land of Canaan seeking new homes. They didn't sojourn from Canada, from the land of Canaan seeking new homes. Their dominion and habitation extended north, east, south, west, Africa, across the great Atlantis, even into the North, South, Central America. So there are Moors, you follow me? There are Moors that were in North, South, Central America, and Mexico, and the Atlantis Islands. And before the great earthquake, which caused the great Atlantic Ocean. What that means is that we were here before the slave trade, because according to our prophet Noble Ali, our dominion and habitation had been North, South, Central America, and also Mexico and the Atlantis Islands. Now, what is the Atlantis Islands? We got Cuba, we got Dominican Republic, we got Puerto Rico, we got, come on, you want some more? We have Jamaica, you know, these are the Atlantis Islands. You follow me? The Cayman Islands, Jamaica, Bahamas, these are the Atlantis Islands. And that indicates that we were here way before there was a slave trade, because our prophet teaches us that our dominion and inhabitation, when we understand what inhabitation means, we inhabited these areas: Haiti, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Cayman Islands, Cuba, Bahamas, Turks, and Caicos Islands, and all these islands, all these little things. All right, we was here, period. This is our doctrine. You don't have to believe it. It says before the great earthquake that caused the Atlantic Ocean. In other words, before, let me get to it, before this Atlantic Ocean even tried to exist, let me show you something. Let me see if I can chop it for you real quick. Before this Atlantic Ocean even tried to exist, this area, see if I can chop and screw it. This area, all of this area, was gone. And this was connected to this. Y'all follow me? So the prophet say, before this breakup happened, we had already exist. So brother, we're not saying that you're not a Moor. We're not saying that you're not a Moor. That's not what we're saying. All of this was together at one time. You follow me? All of this was together. We see that it goes together like a puzzle. All of this was together at one time. So all of us are the same people. So you don't have to clout chase and call yourself Moorish American. You don't have to clout chase. We need Moorish Canadians to teach those on the Canadian side their nationality too. This is what we need. And so, as we look at this prospect of being a Moorish American for our brother Kudjo, we must go a step further. How is it if you were to be Jamaican, born in Jamaica, right? Born in America, by the way of, born in Jamaica, and there was a Moorish Science Temple of America in Jamaica, right? There's a Moorish Science Temple in Jamaica. You would be Moorish Jamaican, all right? You would be Moorish Jamaican. If you were in the Bahamas, and there's a Moorish Science Temple of America in Bahamas, I mean a Moorish Science Temple, I'm sorry. If there was a Moorish Science Temple, I'm sorry, not a Moorish Science Temple of America, but a Moorish Science Temple, you would be Moorish Bohemian, all right? The same thing with Haiti. You would be Moorish Haitian. And notice that I'm putting the national flag before the descent flag, because that's just flag protocol. Although we say it like Moorish Haitian, but flag protocol, the national flag goes first and the descent flag goes second. That's just flag protocol. Now, if you are in Canada, you would be Moorish Canadian. The Canadian flag, and then the Moorish flag, flag of your birth, flag of your descent. That's just what it is. You cannot get around it. You just have to understand it. Now, the prophet gives us an example by designing this nationality card that says Cuban Americano headquarters. Where is the Cuban Americano headquarters? It's in 3603 Indiana Avenue. How do we know that this is legitimate? Well, when you examine it closely, 3603 Indiana Avenue is the prophet's home office. That's number one. Number two, when you look at the Douglas number, 5909, that's the same Douglas number that is on the original. That is the same on the original nationality cards that we have seen. Maybe I have one. So here we go right here. When we look at the nationality card for the time of the prophet, we see the same exact thing. And this was given to Sister J. Cook Bay. You know what I mean? I got you, family. Who is this? How you going to have two nationalities? I'm going to show you what nationality is. I'm going to show you what it is. All right? So, 3603 Indiana Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, Douglas 5903. Same exact thing. 09, I mean to say. Same exact thing. You know what I mean? And so we can surmise that, yeah, this is cool. But now, why is it that the prophet is distributing this nationality card to Cuban Americano headquarters? Why? Well, very simple. Very simple. On this nationality card, you'll notice the difference. In the United States one, it says I'm a citizen of the USA. On this Cuban one, it doesn't say that. You follow me? It doesn't say that. Why? because you would not be a citizen of the USA if you were a Cuban Americano living in Cuba, or when you're talking about a Cuban Americano, if you're not a citizen of the USA, you would not have it on your nationality card. Remember, Cuba at this time was always at the edge, about to get busy, or everybody wanted Cuba as a strategic military base, but they got it now. So when people would join, most of them, most likely, was not American citizens, right? And we're going to talk about American citizens. Now, when we talk about American citizens, how does it work? Stop for 1 second. Let me pull up this next page and show you how it works. To be an American citizen, it works in a very specific and unique way in America, okay? Now, there's 3 ways, 4 ways, if I'm not mistaken, that you can become a citizen in the United States. Now, here we go. There are 4 fundamental ways to obtain U.S. citizenship. Citizenship by birth in the U.S., right? Which means you have to be born here. Citizen through derivation, citizen through acquisition, and citizenship through naturalization. In order for anybody to be a Moorish American, you have to qualify by one of these acquisitions. It's just what it is. It's not me. This is what the law say. Not me. The prophet said we should be loyal to law. Citizenship through derivation. You will be eligible to derive citizenship from a U.S. citizen parent if you meet a series of requirements under the Child Citizen Act. You must be unmarried and under 18, and you must have at least one parent who is a U.S. citizen. Also, you must have a green card, which means that you are a legal permanent resident of the U.S. And you must be currently living in the U.S. in the legal and physical custody of your U.S. citizen parent. That's one way. Now, this person said Moors can't be U.S. citizens. You're wrong. You're wrong. Number 2, citizenship through acquisition. A child born to U.S. citizen mother outside the U.S. or its territories may acquire citizenship by acquisition if, at the time of the child's birth, the mother was a U.S. citizen and she had resided in the U.S. for at least 1 year prior to the child's birth. Got it? That's number 2. Or that's number 3. And number 4, naturalization. General requirements for naturalization are below. Be at least 18 years of age at the time of filing the form 9400, application for naturalization. To be a permanent resident, have a green card for at least 5 years. Show that you have lived at least 3 months in the state or United States, etc., district where you apply. You got that? Now, if you don't meet those standards, there is no way that you can claim to be American anything. There is no way that you can claim to be an American anything, period. You follow me? Now, to be a Moorish American, you must meet one of these requirements. What do I mean by that? If a person comes from Jamaica, right, and he has not went to the process of becoming a citizen of the United States, he cannot be a Moorish American. It just don't work like that. In order for one to be a Moorish American, they must reach the requirements of becoming a citizen of America first. And this is why you have some people that have came to me and said, well, I went to the temple and they gave me a card and it said that I'm a citizen of the USA. But I got deported and I was sitting in an immigration cell for 6 months. But I thought it said that I was a citizen of the USA. No, 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 no. You must meet the requirement of a citizen of the nation in which you are standing your feet on before you can attach Moorish and identify yourself as Moorish American, Moorish Jamaican, Moorish Canadian, Moorish whatever. So you just can't jump the fence and be an illegal and then claim that you're a Moorish American. No, Moorish American is a political status. You feel me? It's political. It's interwoven with a geographical location most of the time, but it's political. I mean, it's political. So it's a political designation. So with that being said, family, Kudjo could never be a Moorish American, right? He could never be a Moorish American. He could only be a Moorish Canadian. He's a Moor. Of course he's a Moor. Listen, I just gave the degree. All of us, for the most part, are descended from the same inhabitants. You follow me? But even if we wasn't, we can still connect ourselves to the political ideal. You know what I mean? Now, I'm going to show Amin something if he stick around. If he or she stick around. Temple Moors think they're U.S. citizens. Now, Amin Bey, I want to ask you a question. Do you follow the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali? Yes or no? Do you follow the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali? I'm going to wait for you real quick because I'm going to show you something. If you don't, then our argument is over. But if you do follow the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, then I got something I want to show you. I'm going to wait for my answer. Then I'm going to send it to you. Do you follow the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali? That's all I want to know. I'm waiting for my answer. I mean, I'm waiting for my answer, and then I'm going to show you something. He won't answer. You see, if you don't follow the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, then our argument, then we don't really have a conversation. You know, if that's all I want to know. But for those who do, I'm going to show y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. For those who do, I'm going to show y'all. All right. Now, anybody want these documents? It's a link down the bottom where you can get these newspaper articles, et cetera, et cetera. All you got to hit the link and you can get it whenever you're ready. But I'm about to show you something real quick. And there we go. And now, if you don't follow the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, then of course, you're not going to get this. But if you say you do follow the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, then I want you to pay attention real quick. Here we go. Now, copy this. Now either Prophet Noble Drew Ali know or he doesn't. All right? So I'm setting it up right now. And if you don't follow the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, then it doesn't make a difference. But if you say you do, then you're going to have to do Michael Jackson. Gotta make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. follow the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, you're going to have to make a change. You know what I mean? All right, here we go. The Moorish nationals are going to have to disagree, but that just means they don't follow Prophet Noble Drew Ali. It's okay. It's okay if they disagree. That just means they don't follow Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And that's okay with me. But here we go. Now, I study the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I'm a Islamism scholar. Now, call me an Islamism scholar. I mean, now right here, this is what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali put in the position in November the 29th, 1926. And he wrote this in. We know this to be true because we can look at the different texts. Let's read it. Make sure y'all can see this because we ain't going to let you get away with this. If you don't follow Prophet Noble Drew Ali, that's fine. But today you're going to learn today. All right. Can anybody see what this word is right here? Anybody tell me what this word is right here? Matter of fact, let me circle it for you. Can anybody show me what this word is right here? Can anybody? Anybody know what that means? Well, maybe I need to read it to you. I'm going to read it to you. Give me 1 second. Let me read it to you. Anybody know what that means? It says, we, the undersigned, Drew Ali, James Lomax, Johnny Reynolds, Eddie Rotz, Sammy Rucker, citizens of the United States, propose to form a corporation under an act of General Assembly of the state of Illinois entitled an act concerning corporation approved April 18, 1872, and shall amendatory thereof, and then we got it scratched up. And then it says the name of the corporation is Moorish Temple of Science. But that's not the point. Citizens. So if you follow Prophet Noble Drew Ali to a destiny which is not uncertain nor unknown, then you will understand why citizen applies to you and how to activate your citizenship. Now, let me see what this person said. Temple Moors have no proof of nationality. Why is that? Why is that, Temple Moors? What you mean? All right, let me explain something to you. What kind of proof do you need of nationality? Tell me. What proof do a Palestinian have of nationality? Matter of fact, let me do this. Let's put the number in. I'm gonna ask you. I want to see if you bold like you think you are. I'm gonna let you call in before we close out. All right. And I'm gonna explain something to you. Now, I ask you, what proof do a Palestinian have of nationality? Now, we know that the Palestinians are battling the country of Israel right now as we speak. So the question is, the Palestinians never had what we know as a country called Palestine. Never. However, in the construct in which they live, these Arabs who call themselves Palestinians, saying that these Israelis came and pushed them out of the Gaza Strip. However, these Palestinians say that they're Palestinians. And what qualifies in them is saying that they're Palestinians and they live the lifestyle and they recognize on the world stage as Palestinian. They have grouped together, they have organized themselves, they had self-identified themselves, and that's it. And for Amin Bey, why don't you join Noble Temples? Noble Temples. And let me tell you, no one can give you a nationality. You must proclaim your nationality. No one can give you a nationality. You must proclaim your nationality. We're just teaching our people that nationality in that divine creed. No one can give you a nationality. You must proclaim your nationality. The Palestinians proclaim that they are Palestinians. The fake Jew proclaim that they are Jewish. You must proclaim your nationality. No one can give it to you. And we just teaching our people that nationality and that divine creed, that they may know that they are part and parcel of this said government, and know that they are not Negroes, colored folk, black people, or Ethiopians. But you must proclaim it. If you don't proclaim it, then it's not yours. Proclaim it is acting it, is living it. Proclaim it is marriages, funerals, births, holidays, Prophet Noble Drew Ali's birthdays. Proclaiming it is a lifestyle. Proclaiming it is taking your place in the affairs of men and women. To exact your political power as a group. To exact your economic power as a group. To exact your cultural power as a group. This is nationality. Nationality is no piece of paper or no YouTube show. Nationality is something that you live day in and day out. Nationality is precipitated by when you wake up, you might wake up to your wife or to your husband and you say Islam because you have made it a part of your part of every part. When you go to the temple, you proclaiming just by going to the temple. The way you treat people, you are proclaiming your nationality. The way you carry yourself, you proclaiming your nationality. The way you dress, the way you talk, the way you walk, you are proclaiming your nationality. Proclaiming is just not words. I don't know why you think proclaiming is about words. Taj Tariq told you to declare. You cannot put something on paper and think somebody with some bombs is going to respect what you put on paper. They got some drones right now spraying up people in Iran. You think they care about your paper? You think they care about your paper that you are going to submit to them? Nationality is coming together as a collective, moving together politically, moving together economically, moving together socially, moving together spiritually, moving together in all aspects of life. Putting it on the record for what? You are the record. You must demonstrate nationality. You must demonstrate nationality. That's on the record. When you got 30,000 Moorish American moving in one direction, that's on the record. When you got 30,000 Moorish Americans putting their dollars together to buy up the block, that's nationality. When you got 30,000 Moorish America making sure that the political arena affects them in a positive way, that's nationality. You can put on a paperwork you in, one person at a time, but you get 30,000 people in one city moving in one direction. I guarantee you the political landscape will change. I guarantee you the economic climate will change. I guarantee you the social and spiritual climate will change. That's nationality. That's nationality, according to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Prophet Noble Drew Ali, in every city where Moorish science was being taught, they raised the vibration. They maintained a political power. They maintained the economic security. They maintained a spiritual high vibration. And after the prophet transitioned, it did like this. So we of the Moorish Science Temple of America recognize that high vibration. We recognize that unity. We recognize these teachings, and we have come to rebirth it. Join the Moorish Science Temple of America Noble Temple. And you will have the power to redeem your race, because you will know who you are. You would know that a piece of paper is not as powerful as 30,000 souls moving in one direction. You would know that a piece of paper cannot compare with 30,000 souls putting their coins together. You will know that. Now let me ask this. So it don't matter how fancy the ID is, because standing of the MSTFA is not predicated on a nationality card. It rests on a high authority. Absolutely. Mo Mellon. I'm going to ignore this guy. He don't get no more of my attention. Show an example of how you was nationalized. No such thing of nationalization. You are born. You are born a citizen. No reason for one is born a citizen to be nationalized. That's not even a process of the Moorish Science Temple of America. What up? I think that 300 gangster controversial clothing. What up, big homie? So we don't deal with naturalization. There is no reason for naturalization. We follow the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And brother Amin Bey, if you don't follow Prophet Noble Drew Ali, that's fine. That's cool. But if you want to learn about the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and you are sincere, just send an email to Join Noble Temples. Everything that I teach, I give examples. Everything that I teach, I give examples. I would never teach something where I can't prove according to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Never. Everything I teach, I give examples. Anybody who have learned under me, and I'm not talking about Moorish World TV. Anybody who have learned under me in the temple will show and prove that I've never taught anything. You know what I mean? And I never taught anything that I did not prove. I mean, so somebody say something with Noble Drew Ali being a sorcerer and that school and BA he went to. What school? It's not nationalized or naturalized. None of it. We don't practice that. Yunosi Bay, whoever you are, I think that's probably one of them antagonized. We're gonna get you out of here too, because you're not making no sense. There. Yeah. So with that being said, I left the number up there if anybody wants to call. And again, family, let me show y'all something. If anybody wish to have, let me pull up something real quick before I get out of here. If anybody wish to have, we'll pull up something real quick. All right. Let me see what I got here. So look, if anybody wish to have, let me get this out of the way. If anybody wish to have, 1 second. All the Moorish Guide articles that I read from, this is probably about 7, 8 pages, 11 pages. All of them that I read from, they are ready for download if you want to. Yes, it's a charge for them. It's $1 a piece. And if you know a Moorish American, you probably could get them from somebody if they have. I just don't think people have as much as I have. Some people might do. Brothers like Sharif, they might, you know what I mean? But I do have a nice collection. And if you want to support the work that we're doing and you want to walk away with something, I'm telling you right now, you can go to our website right here. You can go to our website, Moorish Science Temple of America, and it's our Noble Temple's website. And you go down here and get documents for download. And you can get every newspaper reading that I read from during the time of the prophet. You know, you don't have to inbox me and say, can you send me that article you just had? Can you send me the article that you need? Can you send me the article that I seen you read? You ain't even got to do that no more. Every article that I read on this show is right here. I got one more bundle to put up, and it's 11 pages each. So each page, I'm trying to raise money to build, you know what I mean? I'm trying to raise money to build. So each page is $1. It's only $1. And I'm not going to charge more than $1 because some of this stuff I traveled far and wide. Some of this stuff, it was handed down to me, but I'm trying to build here in Baltimore. So anyway, I'm starting in Baltimore where we build in all places. So you can go and get these. All you got to do is go hit the link. It's going to take you to the PayPal. You follow me? It's going to take you to the PayPal, and you just put in your PayPal information, and there you go. Good to go. So I hope you will support what we're doing here on Moorish World TV. I hope you are interested in the research, and you can get all the research articles that I use and that I've been using over the years to disassemble the lies. You follow me? So this guy here, he doesn't want to learn. So I think it's time to get him out of here. He don't want to learn. So he doesn't need to come here anymore, harassing those who wish to learn. So we're going to get you up out of here real quick. Let's get him up out of here. He doesn't want to learn. That's a waste of time, family. We're not going to waste any time this year. This is 2020 vision. And in 2020 vision, we want to make sure that those who want to see will be able to see. Why did you block me, bro? I was talking about the school of clairvoyance. Brother, I don't know. I mean, you want to call in? Call in. I'd rather for you to call in. I mean, oh, no, I know who this is. Get him up out of here. Using bad words and all that. Get out of here. I mean, we ain't playing with you. But listen, so family, if you want to support, I want y'all to keep going to check out the mstofnobletemples.com because I'll be uploading new information all the time. I'm about to upload the 1933 minutes. I'm going to upload, man, I got a lot of stuff that I'm going to upload. So y'all keep checking back there, documents for download. I want everybody to get all the information that we have been studying over the years. Brother Sharif, he know what I'm talking about. And brothers like Tunica L, they know what I'm talking about. Akhenaten Salam Bey, he knows what I'm talking about. We want people to wake up and wake up to the truth. And the truth is that if you want to have the movement manifested before your face, you should look at the reports that was made on the movement. You follow me? You follow me? You should look at all the reports, all the news reports that was made on the movement. But with that being, family, I salute you. I see you on Wednesday. We got a dynamic show on Wednesday where a brother is talking about Alim Bey got him for some cash. So for now, family, y'all enjoy yourself. I'll be back on Wednesday to do it again. But remind Kudjo, he's not a Moorish American, nor is he a Moroccan American. You follow me? Let's play it one more time. Let's play it one more time. Because Kudjo is nutty as 13 fruitcakes. I'm gonna play it one more time before I go. That's right. I gotta play it one more time before I go. Let's play it one more time. There you go.
So in the terms of Debunking, Moorish American meant American citizens by way of Moorish ancestry. American citizens by way of Moorish ancestry. Now, if people are citizens of political communities called nations and cannot be citizens based on land, then you can't say that they're American citizens, first of all. Because American citizen implies America, which is land. Citizens by way of Moorish ancestry is because we are descendants of Moroccans, born in America, not born in North America or South America or Central America or the adjoining islands, born in America. Descendants of Moroccans born in America, so we're Moroccans. Moorish American was a term for dumbass people. 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 Moorish American was a term for dumbass people who were caught in Christianity in the 1920s. But we're Moroccan. That's why our flag is a Moroccan flag. Red flag with 5-point green star is a Moroccan flag. If we say Moorish, that means pertaining to something. Pertaining to what? Pertaining to Moroccans. No.
And there you have it, family. This is who is teaching our people in Canada. If you are in Canada and you are interested in joining the Moorish Science Temple of America, here's how. Here is the grand finale. All right, which I almost forgot. How to join. All right. Now, get out of here, Kudjo. Get out of here. You looking crazy. How to join. All right. Stick with me. Here we go. It says the Moorish Science Temple of America is a lawfully chartered and incorporated organization. As I said the other night, before you join the Moorish Science Temple of America, one of the questions that you should be asking, are you a lawfully chartered organization? Are you a legal organization? The Moorish Science Temple of America is a lawfully chartered and incorporated. Are you an incorporated organization? Again, because if you want to know about the Moorish Science Temple of America, this is very important. That the Moorish Science Temple of America is a lawfully chartered and incorporated organization. Why is that important? The reason why that is important, because our liberation is predicated upon organization. And the organization must be set up in the way that the prophet set up so it can usher in our liberation. Press 1 if you understand what I'm saying. The organization must be structured like the prophet set it up. No structure like the prophet, no liberation. No structure like the prophet, no liberation. That's if you believe in the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. If you don't believe in the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, then this won't matter at all. But if you do believe in the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the first thing that you should ask when joining a Moorish Science Temple of America, are you lawfully chartered and incorporated. Now, you might don't even know what you're talking about when you say that. You might just say it because Brother Tahaka Bey said it. But I'm going to give you the catch. Are you lawfully chartered and incorporated? If one says yes, then you should say, where can I find your filing of corporation? This will shut them down right here. Now, let me look at this chat. Now, I'm coming out the Holy Quran of the Moorish Temple of America, chapter 48. Now, let me talk to y'all for a minute. Where can I find your legal corporation on the record? Ask Braswell Bay. Where can I find your legal corporation on the record? Ask them. Ask Kudjo. Ask Rasadiel. Where can I find it? Direct me to where I can find it. You know what you're going to hear? Crickets. Crickets. Why is that important? Once again, the reason why that's important, because the Moorish Temple of America is predicated on being a theocracy. And in this theocracy, it's set up in such a way that each temple is designed to connect with the home office, or what we will call, let me get a drawing real quick, as they say in America. Let me get a drawing real quick. So, and I can't draw too well, so work with me. So, each temple is connected to, this is, for instance, this is, hold up. Hold up, what's going on here? Hold on. Okay, this is the nucleus. You feel me? This is the nucleus. This is the Moorish Temple of America, right? So this is, let's call this home office. I'm drawing. Let's call this home office, right? Now, home office must be set up in such a way that, give me a second. Home office is set up in such a way, we gonna call this home office, right? Home office is set up in such a way that anything that connects to it. So we know that home office should be out of Chicago. So anything that connects to it, right? No matter where it's at, where you're at in the country, whether you are in, say this is Baltimore, this is a temple of Baltimore, this is a temple from Ohio, this is a temple from, let me change this color real quick. I want y'all to rock with me real quick. I'm trying to show y'all something. So this is a temple from Baltimore. This is a temple from Ohio. This is a temple from Pittsburgh. This is a temple from New York. This is a temple from California. And this is a temple in Mexico. Because of how the incorporation is in Chicago, it affects every temple that is subordinate to the home office or temple number one. And so whatever laws affect temple number one, because it's an organization, the same laws apply in every state throughout the United States. And this is why the prophets say, I have charters to be issued to every state throughout the United States. But they must be drawn from Chicago. But Chicago temple or home office must be set up properly and according to how the prophet set it up. How it reads right here. lawfully, legally, corporation, it must be set up by the standards that the prophet laid out, so everything can be affected by the laws of the nucleus. So, kind of just like when you look at the Vatican and you look at a basilica in Baltimore, the laws of the Vatican superimposes itself on the basilica in Baltimore. Although you might say, no, they're in Baltimore. If they do something wrong, they can go to jail. Absolutely, they can. However, they are given certain protections because the Vatican is a sovereign nation. I mean, Tanya, I'm going to leave that alone for right now. So that's the question you need to ask. Is it lawfully chartered and incorporated organization? Where is it incorporated at? What type of incorporation is it? And what is the laws that will affect every temple that's connected to it? It says here, I'm giving you some signs tonight. I hope you're paying attention. Any subordinate temple that desires to receive a charter, the prophet have them to issue to every state throughout the United States, etc. You can get one in Canada. It just won't be a charter of the Moorish Science Temple of America. It will be a charter of the Moorish Science Temple, and if we choose to add Canada, we add Canada, etc. And if you got a temple in Canada, it will be in the same vein as a basilica in Mexico. You follow me? I'm trying to tell you. There you go. So with that being said, family, ask questions. We are in 2020 vision. Ask questions. Shout out to my brother D Jackson L for the support for the channel. We put in a lot of work, and I ask any and everybody to help support the channel because the channel must go on, and all your support makes it a little bit easier on myself as I go out here and do this work, do this building, and do the things that I must do to uplift our people and to carry on this message. And shout out to all the sheiks and the divine ministers of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I appreciate you, and I appreciate all that you do. So hopefully everybody done caught a lesson, everybody done caught a blessing, and I will see you on Wednesday with our next show. With that being said, peace and love, family. See you on